one of his laps back.
And here comes Ricky Rudd way up the inside. Rudd is 2 laps down, trying to get one of his back down to turn 1, and Kyle just wails into the back end of Waltrip's car.
Wow, and there's Bill Elliott rides over the back of Richard Petty's car. Lots and lots of cars involved in that.
And there are the leaders in the Winston Cup point chase. Elliott against the wall hard, and Waltrip down in the infield grass.
Right now I'm seeing faster speeds on our computer than I've seen all day, over 93 miles. Whoa! We have got
Bickle in a crash, and and Kenny Irwin is up on the backstretch wall. We've got Tony Stewart, Michael Waltrip, Jimmy Spencer, all involved in this incident on the backstretch.
Richie Spencer goes up and tags the 28 car of Kenny Irwin. He gets tagged behind by Jeffrey Bodine, and Rich Bickle really had no place to go.
He might have got touched by Mike Skinner as he slowed down.
Now from the Haviland onboard camera with Kenny Irwin.
This will be a wild ride.
Boom, right there. And up on the wall.
Tony Stewart, the Home Depot onboard camera. That's the one car we didn't see spin just a moment ago as he follows John Andretti off the corner. Little contact with Andretti, and the nose is banged up on this thing. We see Michael Walter.
Remember, he started back in the 16th position. He's just being quiet back there, running his own pace, but right now he is up into the top.
And around goes Biffle. Biffle was trying to get past Jeff Burton, and Kenseth was there.
I don't know if maybe Biffle will have to take a look at it.
Turn 1.
Trouble in turn 1.
Aflame is Kurt Busch after a hard hit with the turn 1 wall.
Boy, they need to get over there.
You talk about bad days gone worse.
Wow.
My goodness.
Around goes the 20.
Keep coming,
Kenseth around, out in front of the field. The 41 has damage. Joey Logano clears him, but the 2, incredible damage on the 2 of Brad Keselowski as well.
This race flipped around. Johnny took that wave around a tip, and his driver was able to
back straightaway. His Claude completely backed up. And it started with Kyle Busch sideways with another car blocking the entire back straightaway.
When Buescher gets loose and comes down, I don't know if he intentionally tried to come down because he was upset, but boy, look at that parking lot after that.
Brad in that one again. Get it here as soon as he got. Oh man, big shot right there.
As for pit stop, Schrader pounded the wall on the front straightaway. Caution is out.
Caution is out.
That car hit the wall about 150 feet before the start-finish line, and then just went into a series of spins and ended up with the right front trashed on the Schwann's home service 49. Kenny's all right. He's dropped the window net. Let's see what happens. That's Kyle Petty behind him. No contact. Oh, yeah.
Joe Nemechek in the 01 car moved down right into Kenny Schrader in the 49.
Yeah, Kenny was down the inside.
Richie Evans was the king of NASCAR's modified series. The Rapid Roman from Rome, New York, won 9 titles, including 8 straight.
Probably one of the most exciting races that Martinsville ever had was the finish with Richie and Jeff crashing and banging on the last lap. There was 4 cars in the lead lap, and I was one of them. And all I said to myself was, darn it all, they both made it over the finish line.
In an unprecedented honor, Evans, 61, became the first number in any NASCAR division to be retired.
Development here at Martinsville, one of our championship contenders, John Hunter Nemechek, and heavy damage.
Yeah, they'll just go to the garage. They might come to pit road, but it's
look how bad the rear end's been. How that
it's hanging out.
Yeah, it has gone from bad to worse. His championship hopes.
There's no one around him.
That has the looks of maybe a throttle hanging, or
look more like a wheel hop to me, or perhaps a brake issue. I don't see any way that. Well, maybe. I feel like he just maybe had a brake issue. And wow, heavy contact here at Martinsville.
I noticed about Junior's car in practice, it was fast on the short run, but car in the wall.
And hard. Andy Hillenberg slammed it with the right front in turn 3.
Caution is out.
Joe Ruttman has gone to the garage, and it gives us a second as we check on the condition of Andy Hillenberg to talk about the difference in a term that's come up this year.
Andy, all right?
Big 82 into the wall land and turned hard.
Well, we mentioned there's been a caution in the final 10 laps in 7 of the last 10 races here. Now make it 8 of 11. Well, hard lick by the 82 of Scott Speed.
Then he have a hard time. He just can't get a break.
For the 14th time today here, coming out with just 6 laps to go. Turn 1.
Oh, well, if he'd have made that corner, he passed about 3 cars, but unfortunately, it was just a little too much speed right there. No pun intended.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll go ahead that for you.
And there goes the 9. Turned on the restart. And a big crash going into turn 1.
That was not ideal.
I didn't see that coming.
Easy here. Just say the trucks are coming out. Back it down.
This is a parking lot.
Cow.
This is incredible.
Spin the tires on the one, or
I think Sam tried to time it and went a little early, and it slowed down, and then tried to go again, and that's obvious, as you know, an easy way to get your tires spinning, kind of.
To him about the time that happens, and then he turns his teammate.
The 16 was getting pushed from behind as well. I mean, it's just.
Caution comes out and the crowd roars.
Talked about it after what we saw a couple weeks ago. I was the first to say I never expected that to happen out of the 20 car.
Helmets coming off.
And Earnhardt, he gets and wow, into the wall hard, and so is Morgan Shepherd.
And Earnhardt's luck here at the Martinsville Speedway. Of course, a lot of others have bad luck here today, but we pointed out at the top of the show what kind of luck he's had here.
The 21 in the back gets Morgan sideways. When he corrects it, he comes back up and forces the 5 car up in the wall, high off the ground. Earnhardt in the back of him, and then we see the 4 car, Sterling Marlin, also involved.
He hit the 1 car of Rick Mast, and then Derek Cope back behind there got involved in it as well.
And Lake Speed also in the accident. There we see Morgan go across, hit the 5 car, and bow! Heavy contact with the wall on the Kellogg Chevrolet.
That's about it. That's about as hard as you can turn around and hit here.
The throttle hung, you see it snaps right there. I got to believe that, I don't know, the brakes were working, that's for sure. You saw the wheels locked up, front wheels locked up there. I'm not sure what happened.
Could have been, he carried a lot of speed into the corner.
Could have been too much rear brake, and it snapped on him when he touched the brake. But throttle hung, we'll just have to find out from Dennis.
The brakes actually went out, went all the way to the floor, going off in that 3 on a mock run. Don't know what happened yet, but unfortunate for Brian and these guys. They got a good little team they're trying to put together. I appreciate the opportunity for Bob and Brian.
Have you got a backup car?
No, we don't have a backup car. We'll be back later, though, some other time.
But you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
inside the top 5. Oh, hard track.
West Townley, Tyler Reddick, Brandon Jones.
Ray Golding gets stopped. Hard contact for John West Townley.
The front end of that truck is destroyed.
Sorry about that.
Brandon Jones as well. That had to take him for a surprise, being hooked on the straightaway like that.
See, John West was going to try to pull down to the inside of the 33 of Brandon Jones. Then the 19 of Tyler Reddick had a bit of a run, so he pulled down to try to get underneath John West Townley. They made contact that knocked John West up into Brandon Jones.
Yeah, I think John just thought he'd give a block here to the 19, but Reddick was in there far enough to where there wasn't anything Tyler Reddick could do.
You know, what's happening now, these cars are only pulling on one wheel. That's why they're slipping and sliding and getting in. Kyle Petty's hit the wall coming off the second corner.
In just about the same spot that Davey Allison has some fire under the car.
Darrell Waltrip is racing Mark Martin, trying to get back to the caution flag first.
Come on, Kyle Petty, get out of that thing.
Martin leading, but now there is fire under the Kyle Petty car. It is still burning quite a bit. There now, Kyle sticks his head out of the mellow yellow Pontiac and begins to climb out. He's having difficulty doing something. And look at the car, just continues to burn. A lot of fire. And now Kyle successfully escapes. But
that's one of the Keystone pit crewmen over there helping Kyle Petty out of the car.
That is one of Wally Dallenbach's crew members who came across the track to help Kyle Petty get out of his blazing race car.
Who is that with the red hat? Is that Jeff Bodine? That looks like Jeff Bodine with a fire extinguisher.
A little loose out of 2, trying to track Hornaday back down.
There we see Jack Sprague, the Budweiser truck, has been able to get by Pirelli in the total petroleum vehicle. And there we see Jeff Bodine is closed in. Bodine has a great run going today. Oh my goodness.
Sprague got involved, Pirelli's involved, Bodine is involved, and I'm not sure where that started, but it's definitely ahead of them.
Pirelli said, I'm okay. I think that was Pirelli's voice said, I'm okay, because he pounded that wall hard.
That one's going to have to come behind the wall.
Pirelli talking to the chest round team. Boy, he hit it, got airborne a little bit. Reminiscent of what happened yesterday to Musgrave. Let's take another look at it.
There we see Barry Bodine is going to spin. He's going up and hit the wall. Now Pirelli's trying to go by, and bam, look at this. Man. Oh, man, it almost goes over. And also Sprague is involved, and Frank Davis. Dad missed him. Jeff Bodine, I believe, is going to be able to stop in time. Let's one more look.
But the trouble is in front of him.
Yes.
Pirelli sees it. Whack.
And that's when he got all bottled up, and here comes the 48 and the 21.
Watch the 21 just nicked the 48 right there. That's all it takes.
Whole lane there.
Oh, turn 1, there went the tire.
Oh, no.
Car 1, I mean.
That's not a risk that was worth taking.
Oh, no, the 7. That left rear goes, and I mean, you're at max speed when that tire blew out.
Sunday for the annual Cardinal 500 doubleheader. The event features 2 250-lap races, one for modifieds and one for late model sportsmen. The low, sleek, open-wheeled modified racers were the first to tackle the beautiful half-mile oval. The race was a mild one as far as accidents were concerned. Mild, that is, until lap 166. Watch the right center of your screen as Ray Evernham in car 19 hits the wall, coming out of turn 2. Here's another look, the most spectacular crash to occur in modified racing in some time. Ray Evernham in car 19 hits the wall and stops. Tony Sisconi in car 14 doesn't see Evernham's car and comes off the turn at 90 miles an hour and pulls out to pass a slower car.
The next moment, the drivers are in a boiling inferno. Both drivers suffered burns around their hands and face, but thanks to quick-acting fire and rescue crews, survived what could have been a modern racing tragedy. There were a record 14 caution periods in the first half of the doubleheader at Martinsville, but none rivaled the crash on
problems in turn number 2. 3 cars, 4 cars. Charlie Jazombek up against the wall. That's Jazombek in car number 5. He's in the Ernie Wilsberg machine. Kerry Malone, Randy Hedger. Also Dave Rezendes involved. There's Malone, who has jumped out of his car, and you see the problems he's got. Safety crew on the scene quickly. 33 is Randy Hedger. It all broke loose going down the front straightaway into turn number 1 as the cars went hard into the corner. Car number 28, they were just behind the accident. There's Jazombek. He's the lead car into the wall. Then Malone behind him.
Over-revving engine sounds off. Charlie Jazombek and Kerry Malone in the wall hard. Fire breaks out under Kerry's car. He survived an enormous head-on. Number 3, Kenny Bouchard involved. And 33, Randy Hedger.
He come down underneath us, you know, not to run into me and try to turn it down in the grass to make it turn so he wouldn't hit the wall. And it was stuck wide open. I know he wasn't on the throttle.
The basic roll cage and support structures remained intact, but the shock force created a great deal of peripheral damage. Sergeant Charlie Jazombek undoubtedly went out with that combination of a grin and a growl that only he was capable of. He had several track championships in the 70s, but had barnstormed up and down the Atlantic coast recently. He was popular with his fellow racers because he was the kind of driver whose spirit, I think, they admired. Charlie had raced for over 20 years, winning more than 200. Nobody really knows for sure. He was running for NASCAR's modified crown this year, finally. There have been only 2 deaths in Martinsville's 40-year history. Ironically, the other was another immortal modified driver, Richie Evans. Charlie leaves wife Karen and 2 children whom we salute because Charlie was definitely family to all of